Good afternoon and welcome to the decision-making meeting for children, families and education. We have a very short agenda, but just before we start I will go through the usual, I'll see if I can abridge it, the usual introduction. I'm Councillor Horton. This meeting is being webcast to allow public to attend remotely. The seating area is not in view of the camera, but there is no one there. A bit of housekeeping. If the continuous fire alarm sounds, please evacuate the room and public by the stairwells. Do not attempt to use the lifts and assemble in front of Queen Victoria in Guildhall Square. If you did sign in, sign out. This meeting is live web streamed, and everyone speaking will be on camera. And that's basically all the stuff that I need to say, I think. And please can everyone use the microphones and remember to switch them off when they have finished. I'm going to do introductions now. So with George.
Good afternoon, Councillor Horton. I'm Councillor George Fielding, Central Southsea and the Labour representative on this group.
Welcome.
Hello, I'm Angela Mann. I'm Finance Manager for Children, Families and Education.
I'm Sam Bushby, Deputy Director for Children and Families.
Welcome, everyone. Before we go on to the main agenda item, has anyone got any declaration of interest as George? I am Vice Chair of Governors at Craneswater Junior School, as I say every time. There are no deputations, so we will go straight on to the single item on this agenda, which is the special guardianship order policy. I don't know, I mean, I can assume we've read it, but is it worth highlighting some points, Sam or Angela?
Yeah, if I can just say, Mark Jowett was due to attend today, but send his apologies. Mark Jowett is the head of service who's in my team, so I've worked alongside him in this change, along with colleagues in finance and our legal department. So what we're bringing today is a change in policy. We've had a policy until now, and it's an updating of that. Just by way of a summary, a special guardianship order is an order made often to family members to care for a child within their family, not always. And at times it can be foster carers who go on to provide permanence for a child. So it's directly an alternative at times to being in the care of the local authority, a real sense of being family, and a permanent option for a child. So it's a really important policy in terms of children's social care, and a way that permanence is secured for children other than adoption. And it's something that provides elevated parental responsibility for somebody above that who is a birth parent. So in terms of our children, we know that it does enable children that we care for to move out of our care and have permanence with people that are generally, well, that are known to them either because they're birth family or connected in other ways. What we've wanted to do is update it to ensure it's in line with relevant case law and statutory and regulatory responsibilities. So actually what this does is offer, we would say, greater support and longer term support to carers. So I think it's a stronger offer than the one we've had previously. And alongside that, what I would say, though, is we saw this change coming, so there's been planning for it, and we do, as Angela can confirm, have budget to cover the changes that are included within it. So the ask today is that the new policy is accepted.
Thank you. That was going to be my question. Do you have any questions or comments?
I've read in the report that you've identified around 45 carers that this will apply to. Is the council going to be doing anything more to promote this as a move-on alternative to being cared for by the local authority, basically?
Would you like me to answer that? So I think when we say there's 45 families, what we're talking about is this is a policy where we're looking backwards and forwards. So 45 families that will be contacting where we have stopped paying previously, and actually saying under the new policy you may be entitled to payment, so we'll be specifically contacting them and asking them if they want to be assessed. It may be that their circumstances have changed, so we'll be doing that. There is then a different group looking forward. So we know that there are some carers who are currently foster carers, but who would want to be assessed once the policy is accepted. So we know that there are those, and we'll be telling them proactively that the change has been made. More broadly going forward, this is something that we would constantly consider for families and for children in our care. It's something that we promote certainly at review points when we're reviewing their care plans, where actually we would constantly be looking for permanence for our children. It's something that we would be then highlighting that we've made the change and seeing if that made a difference in terms of whether carers would want to pursue this as a legal option.
Thank you, Sam. Yeah. Okay, I think those are the point I was going to ask about the money, but that Sam got in there preemptively. I think it's very clear. I'm glad the policy's been updated, and look forward to hearing the responses from those families and promoting it going forward. I think it'll be an attractive offer for some people, depending on their circumstances. So, just to be clear on the recommendations, approving the new special guardianship order procedures and financial policy as attached on Appendix A, recommending supporting best practice and ensure Portsmouth City Council complies with legislation, statutory practice and case law, ensure that special guardians are appropriately financially supported for children in their care, and ensure that the special guardians receive their existing allowance for a transitional period of 2 years before they are means tested in line with the details of the policy. So happy to do that. If there's no further questions or comments, that is a very brief meeting, but I'm glad we got it done today. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.